So you go to events and like-minded people get together. They might get together at a common decided point and just discuss their hobbies or whatever. There could be any common area of interest. So the purpose of this Tech Talent Meetup was that let's have a global community of tech professionals and let them bring together. So my background is actually I initially worked with IBM and companies like McAfee, and then I started my own consultancy. So I do motivational talk, I do keynote speeches at events, I have written books. So Vikas Jain International is my brand that I work with and where I provide the consultancy. I work with with tech companies as well. So that's broadly the idea here. So the thought is that how we can bring up the talent. So in previous session we had Kamal Rawat, last month session, who talked about that how people can get into product companies, the top product companies, and we primarily focus on that how we can develop as a community, how we can work towards developing the top talent in the company. One is IT for the masses, and one is for top talent.
Currently, I am working as an associate R&D engineer at Nokia Bangalore,
Okay.
and nowadays I'm working from home. And mainly, I work in development to DevOps, and basically, my work is related to researching, studying, and developing the component related to the networking field, basically the B2B networking software, which are provided by Nokia to other vendors.
Simran, my question to you would be that what are the common learnings which you have learned during your journey, which you are so whatever we are recording right now, just for the information, we'll be putting up it on YouTube channel as it is, so that probably we'll truncate minor things here and there, but primarily this will go on. So whatever we are discussing, it is going to be live on YouTube as well. So in your journey, Simran, what do you see that what has helped you to grow in your career, especially that your tech career?
Okay. So in my opinion, generally in the college time, what I used to do, I mostly focus most on the tech stacks and learning about the different technologies. But when I come into the corporate, I realize one thing that although these technical skills matter, but soft skills matter more than that.
Okay.
Although different kind of tech skills can be learned, one should have a good learning aptitude, but they must be good at the soft skills as well. They must know how to work with the team and how to communicate with the different people, because on the top, the human psychology is very complex.
Yeah.
And everyone have their own agenda and own purpose when they work in some field. Even now we are different kind of people are going to join this meet. Definitely they
Yeah.
join.
Yeah.
Everyone have different purpose. Some might
Right.
join to learn new things, some might to network,
Yeah.
some might join for suppose they are doing some work, they want to promote that, maybe not directly, maybe indirectly.
Yeah.
Like the Maheshwari sir is doing a lot of motivational speeches, and now he's also organizing some of the online learning sessions and all, and some physical sessions as well. Although he's not promoting his product, but definitely if I'm following the Sandeep Maheshwari, if I'm just going to get some of the stock images, then definitely I'm going to consider him first because he has built a trust over the time.
Okay.
So that I feel that soft skills matter more than the technical skills. And that is the biggest learning I think I have in last 1 to 2 years.
Okay. That's interesting, and thanks for sharing that. Simran, what you shared, that's interesting, though I have a different perspective. I just wanted to share with a probably a wide screen my thoughts on the soft skill aspect, because being into the space of training and development, I see a lot of time people talk about these things. But my observation here is that these are two essential dimension. Oh, drawn very badly, but so we can say if my hard skills, my coding skills are this dimension, my soft skill is another dimension. So in a two-dimensional space, we need both of these. Now, in certain situation, people may believe because they focused only on hard skill, and as soon as they enter into the industry, probably the industry requirement is this, right? certain hard skill and certain soft skill. But having said that, what I also believe that there are certain companies which may have a requirement like this, depending on the profile. So there are soft skill itself is a very huge word to, I would say that so many personal development things that we cover under soft skills. So when I hear that soft skills are more important than hard skill, then I just wait for a few seconds and thought to ponder upon, because it depends on the organization. So people who are, for example, you are working in R&D, say you have attained this level of hard skill, which help you enter into the organization. You need certain level of hard skill, the coding skill or the domain skill to enter into the organization. And now while working with people, we need the other type of soft skills as well. That's my perspective. So let's not compare what is more. It depends on the organization. There can be a pure R&D organization which, though working with people is required, but they are focused. At least one should have the benchmark of hard skill, and then only probably soft skill matter. What's your thought?
Yeah, I think there's one more thing we can count in, that is a environment of the person.
Yeah.
Like after my graduation, so I was doing the actually freelancing work.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So at that time, I just I didn't focus much on the soft skills during my college time. So I learned these things later on. So there might be a little bias, maybe
Yeah.
that comes in that case, because I have to work on that. Maybe I'm thinking that yeah, this thing is more important. But again, I have seen some of my friends who are extremely good at the technologies, and when it comes to cracking the interviews, and they unable to crack actually the interviews, they just pass on the technical round, but their soft skills round aptitude things, they are facing the problems.
Right.
So so everyone's personal experience and the environment they have,
Yeah.
that is definitely going to impact that. Yeah, definitely the balance is required in the long run, because if somebody not focus on their tech skills and job requires that, then they enable to sustain that for long time. That is
Right.
that
Right.
point.
I've done one more research. Just quickly wanted to share my thought on that part. So what I observed that there are two things. One is organic skill development, or professional development, we can say, and there is inorganic professional development. So let me just quickly explain organic and inorganic. So if there is a new skill and somebody want to learn that skill, what they typically will do, they will probably attend some classes somewhere. That's one. And then organically, I'm talking about organically. So organically things would have been, then they will question somebody that, okay, I could not understand this part, can you help me explain that part? So organically, probably this would have been an organic way of developing the professionals. But typically the way we are studying in our school and colleges, it's an inorganic way of developing, that you just attend back-to-back classes. The focus is too much on the, so I think it's not just hard skill, it's a inorganic, not a natural way of professional development, that you are just attending classes, you are not talking to other people, you are not solving their problems, you are just talking to the teacher, not solving others problem. I think once we have that kind of thing, things should change. That's my option, that definitely working with team and other skills may come naturally once we have that probably organic professional development. That was my other thought.